Right, news flash. I've got some really handy information about a Titan build that'll basically guarantee a Laurel to drop on every single kill that you make. Yes, that's right, every single kill. And I've also got a neat little farm as well with this week's Ascendant Challenge, so stick around to the end of the video to have a look for that. Because not only do we want our exotic ghost shells, I've got my Titan one already and lovely it is, but we all want to get the Heir apparent machine gun, don't we? Now, in order to get the Heir apparent machine gun, we have to complete the Class Act Triumph you can see here on the Guardian Games Doodahs in the Triumphs page. Now, 2 of these Triumphs are Laurel based, so this is going to really help you complete those particular Triumphs and get you well on your way to getting the Class Act. No, it's not called the Class Act, it's called the Heir apparent machine gun. What a stupid boy I am. And a quick look at the Triumphs that are Laurel based. The first one is called Renowned. That's just picking up laurels in any activity, so you know this is going to come in very, very handy for that. And the second one is called Great Deeds. Now this one is basically picking up laurels again, but in just the different activities: Gambit, Strikes, Forges, and Destinations. That's meaning anywhere else you are. So, you know, let's have a look and see how this build is going to help you. Now there's 2 things you're going to need for this build. Well, 3 actually. Obviously you're going to need your Titan. The second thing you're going to need is the Synthoceps exotic gauntlets. You can see I'm sporting mine here, and I'm just about to put on a new cosmetic that I've had, Flex Enhanced Replicate. Yes, ooh, that goes well with my armor. Sexy and tough. And the next thing you need to make sure you have is Bottom Tree Striker, called Code of the Juggernaut. Now what happens when you combine these 2 is that it turns every single punch that you do with the Synthoceps into a special melee attack. And that means that it's going to drop a Laurel. Now, I first heard this on the grapevine on Reddit. A few different Redditors were talking about this build, so I thought I'd give it a go. So first of all, I thought, it only must work when your super's active. So I did a bit of killing here in this public event. And then I walked over the hill after the public event finished, and there was 3 Scorn standing there. So I thought, well, I'll just give them a punch in the face to see what happens. And lo and behold, Laurels dropped from each of the 3 of them. So I thought, what else can we do? I was making my way to the blind well, and I thought, well, that's a bit of a pain in the bum, so I decided to go to my old faithful level 1 escalation protocol. Fantastic for farming when kills are involved. So I went there to the first location just outside Anna Bray's lovely office and started punching. And I punched and I punched, and laurels were dropping left, right and centre. But of course those cursed hunters were there with their skills, and there was a couple of warlocks as well, and so they were dropping their laurels because they were getting hits in on the kills first. So what I decided to do after that was just go to the one at the bottom of the map. And there was less people there, so then I started killing again. Phase 1 or level 1, whatever you want to call it, you're piled by so many thrall, just get punching and it drops loads. And I've got to be honest, literally within about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I had the whole lot done, and I had my exotic ghost shell. So that's marvellous. So if you're a Titan, get this build. It's brilliant. It's going to help you so much in getting the laurels. Keep it on all the time. Now, I tried it in Strikes, and of course it works in Strikes. It works in any destination. It works in Gambit, although of course in Gambit they don't drop on the floor for you to pick up. You just acquire them on screen as you go, as you can see there. And I did also try it in the Crucible. It seemed to be a little bit hit and miss there, really. Now, I don't know whether that's because you're attacking other Guardians. Sometimes it did seem to drop, and other times it didn't. So my advice to you is, don't bother with the Crucible ones unless you're going for the medals, of course, and just stick with the main PvE or PvP, PvE Gambit, and you'll end up with loads of laurels very, very quickly and get your triumphs done as well. Another thing to remember is that the silver rank of medals that you can see, they seem all to be about collecting laurels. So of course, that's going to help you collect some of the other triumphs that include cashing in medals. So, you know, get your silver ones done very quickly by using this Synthoceps lark. I'd recommend it. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this week's Ascendant Challenge in the Forfeit Shrine in the Gardens of Esilia. You need to make your way down to the bottom part of the map here and enter the portal and start completing the actual Ascendant Challenge. I've got a video on how to complete this particular Ascendant Challenge and the locations of the corrupted eggs and so on. That's on the screen here now, but if you're just here for the laurels, you need to complete the first part of the Ascendant Challenge as normal, grabbing the orbs and slamming them into the rift in the centre. Now, after you've slammed the third orb into the centre, what happens is the middle of the map changes into one big super power charged well, and you just stand in it and it charges your super up lovely jubbly. Now, you're going to be attacked by these 3 knights. Now, you don't want to kill all the knights, otherwise you're going to bugger the whole thing up, because you can't go back and do the Ascendant Challenge again once you've completed it, and it's account wide, it's not character wide. So once you complete it once, you're not going to be able to go back and do it again, so bear that in mind. So if you can keep one of the knights alive for less stress, and then keep on recharging your super in the middle, and keep on killing all the Shadow Thrall that keep on piling you, because we all know killing Shadow Thrall is like stepping on a leaf. It's easy, governor, it's easy. And you can just keep on doing it again and again and again and again. Now, obviously, I'm not very good at this kind of thing because I inadvertently killed all 3 knights with one hand tied behind my back. So that was a bit of a pain in the bottom. So what I recommend that you do is, once you've gotten like a fair wad, you've been in there, maybe you've got 1 knight left and there's not that much health left on him, allow them to kill you. Because what will happen then is you go back outside of the Ascendant Challenge, jump back in. Now, the downside to this is that you do have to do the orb dunking bit again. But, you know, there we go. That's not so bad because you can still get laurels while you're doing that. And then start all over again. And you're limited to the amount of Queen's Foil that you have too, remember? So 1 dosing of Queen's Foil will give you 30 minutes of portal access, which will probably be more than enough to get it done. But just in case, have a couple more tinctures on you. If you don't have any tinctures of Queen's Foil, I've got a great video which will help you to go and buy some from a chap called Hugin, who hides in a cave underneath the Dreaming City. What a weirdo. And he's there with his brother. What a pair of weirdos. So loads of laurels coming your way, and I don't know, I think the Synthoceps thing must be having a bit of an effect, because I went back to the tower earlier on today, and yesterday or the day before, the hunters were slamming us all into the ground. But now look, the majestic Titans tower above all of the other 2, and that's great, you know, because Titans, we're great, aren't we? And we can spell, and I haven't eaten a crayon in 2 days. Look at our billboards everywhere. It's a sight to behold. And by the way, if you have enjoyed the video, and you do enjoy Destiny with a side helping of a bit of a laugh, then drop me a subscribe. That would be fantastic. I'd really appreciate it. And give me a like on the video and drop a comment and let me know how your laurel farming is going and how far along you are at getting the heir apparent, of which I shall do a little video about once I've acquired one. Okay, Guardians, keep on farming. Titans, I love you. Hunters and warlocks, yes, I quite like you too.